So as I'm kind of having another lousy start to another day, that I'm not really sure what's going on. I've only been fishing about 45 minutes on this little lake of mine, the lake I grew up on. It still has some pretty good fish in it despite pressure and other issues. Not a good start though. 45 minutes, haven't had a bite yet. See some things that are interesting, but got me thinking about something I said in the video the other day, so I'm going to talk about that. Because I can't catch fish, I might as well talk about it. I'm DW Verts, and we're going to talk some old school thinking. I'll be right back. I fished that deal last weekend, Lake of the Ozarks, a big bass bash. I did miserable. But I could talk about how hard I fished, and I did. I made thousands of casts. Never gave up to the last 10 minutes. I had enough time to get to a weigh-in maybe with a fish before I finally quit. And nothing. You hear it all the time. I fished hard. But I did. I fished really hard. I mean, I worked. I was tired. Beat up because I gave it pretty much my all, everything I had. But I wasn't successful. So it brings me to a point, and although I don't feel like this is what happened to me this weekend, I'm still not really sure what happened. It's very important, and this is not just a tournament thing. This is anytime you go fishing where you expect some success, and that is, even though you fish hard, you can make 10,000 casts in a day, but you have to fish smart. Good decisions. Fishing hard in bad places and fishing hard with bad techniques is not going to do you any good. You've got to fish smart. Okay, say you make 1,000 casts that don't go where they're supposed to go, don't do what they're supposed to do, big splashes scaring fish, against 50 casts that are spot on, which that last cast was, on the shady side of that stick up. That's what I'm talking about. That's fishing smart, and then you can apply the fishing hard to it also, although there's no fish apparently on that stump, so what does it matter? See, there ought to be a bass on that stump. Right there. Guess not. My poor lake here is sick. I don't really know what's going on. We haven't had much rain this year, but I've never seen it so mossed up. It's got some sort of weed growth. I'm not really sure what it is. There's no coontail or milfoil to be seen. Well, ain't no trouble more in the world that weedless. Oh my gosh, packing 25 pounds of salad. Fishing smarter instead of harder also means that you learn to recognize changes during the day, sometimes changes during the hour. Not just sticking with the same thing and doing the same thing that worked maybe an hour ago, may be different now. That's fishing smarter. Fishing harder does not make up for that. I ain't never had moss wrap around a reel handle to where I couldn't turn it. And I got so much moss wrapped around that thing just now, it don't want to turn. How's that for crazy? Another thing I was just thinking of on fishing hard and fishing smart is retrieves. Guy goes out and makes 1,000 casts an hour or whatever and does the same thing every cast. That's not fishing smart. And probably that's would be my biggest sin, making the same kind of presentation too often. And I know better. Changing up your retrieve. Say they're on a spinnerbait and it's working. But changing up the retrieve and burning it or slowing it down or dropping it in holes and bumping in stuff, I change my retrieve every retrieve sometimes. I think that would be a good point of fishing smart while you're fishing hard. I'm doing it right now with the spoon. I'm yanking it and jerking it, letting it fall in holes where I can see them. I'm not just throwing it out and chucking it, winding, and cranking it back in. That's just against my rules. I think that makes you fish smarter while you're fishing harder. Just a couple more thoughts as I get ready to edit this video. This loss that I took, this beating that I took last weekend, it's going to sit with me for a long time. I can't help it. It's what I am. To accept that would be to also accept failure, and I don't do that very well. I know that I can accept this much. I fished hard all weekend, and I think I fished pretty smart all weekend, so I can accept that. That takes solace in the fact that I gave it my all. I don't know what I did wrong, but fishing hard, fishing smart, it goes hand in hand. That's what I'm thinking. So, fishing smart over fishing hard could also be locations. I'm not sure I need to be fishing this lake, period. It's been going downhill for a long time, but still got some big bass in it, which is why I'm here today on a post-cold front nasty day. So maybe I need to be fishing somewhere else, and that brings another thing to mind. Conditions. If you can pick your conditions when you can fish, it sure makes it easier to fish smarter. Not everybody can, and not everybody should. You need to learn how to catch fish under all kinds of situations, but post-cold front fishing can be tricky, especially when a body of water is being tricky as this one seems to be. I've had 4 bites, 2 dinks, caught a small one and caught a keeper. That's all I've caught in an hour and a half, and they're just not doing what they should. I think the cold front's part of it. So fish hard all you want, fish under impossible conditions may not make a difference. That may be part of the smart fishing thing. That's silly if you got to do what you got to do. If you got to fish extra clear water, you better learn how to fish it. If you got to fish under a lot of wind, which has been this whole year, like right now, not supposed to be windy today, and it got wind blowing like crazy. So I think in the end, the guy that fishes the hardest and smartest, whether you're tournament fishing or fishing for fun, or you're fishing a lake or a farm pond, I think that's the person that's going to have the most success. What do y'all think? Just because the guy says, I fished hard today, but did you fish smart today? And that's all I got, y'all. God bless. Hopefully talk at you soon.